Well, another person who did business was Natalya, and she re-signed with WWE. While I think it was expected that she would, I was advocating for her to give AEW a shot. And while I understand, her husband's there, she's been there a long time, obviously is very well established in the locker room. I thought it would have been fun to see her in AEW taking on a new challenge. And I think Tony would have treated her with a lot of respect over there, and maybe and probably pushed her to be the world champion at some point. And I thought it would have been a great addition. But at the same time, I understand her deciding to stay with WWE. A lot of reasons to stay there. What were your thoughts on the news of Natty signing back with WWE on a multi-year deal?
I love it. WWE is her home. To be with her husband, who's a big time producer on the women's side, the legacy of her father, and the fact that we've seen some old WWE talent come to AEW and the fans really not latching on to them as opposed to the men stars that have come over from WWE. So I think she wanted to end where she knew that she would be revered and go out in her blaze of glory, her retirement sequence where she can be celebrated. And I love it. Natalya is maybe not the wrestling type that the AEW crowd would be looking for, maybe as a managerial, general manager or something like that. But in WWE, she can really put over these young stars that are coming over from NXT and have her flowers at the same time.
Yeah, I hope she gets one more chance on top, because I have been such a big fan of Natty's, and I think they just didn't use her right at all. And I don't know what it was with Vince and her that they just, I think back to the whole gassy thing, for one. I mean, that was one of the most horrendous things that I've ever seen a promoter do to a performer. I mean, that was terrible. And why, of all people, why would you do that to Natty? I know it was ridiculous. And the fact that hasn't had many chances on top just blows me away, as good as she is. So I thought it would have been fun to see her go to AEW and get a shot, because I'm sure Tony would have put her up there. But, it's a different time in WWE, and, going away from her husband would have been very difficult, I'm sure. So I get it. And I hope things go well for her. And I know she's been doing a lot of mentoring and coaching, and that career is going to be there for her as long as she wants it. So, in a different era. So I'm happy for Natty, and I hope she got a lot of zeros on that deal.
I think they might even move her over to some of those A&E shows, hosting different things. She's a beautiful lady who's got wisdom in wrestling and can use her skills in a lot of the WWE empire.
Yeah, that they need to feature her a lot more. So wish her all the best, and hopefully she stays happy in WWE.